Hello there. Welcome back to the Omegad channel. My name is Ryan, and if you haven't already been following along, we are doing the community build for you, the community. We're doing a folding drone as requested, and if you haven't seen all the episodes up until now, how we got here, go back and check that out. Links in the description. So let's just jump right into it. The latest prototype I have right here. This has a top plate, but I'm going to take it off just so you guys can see the how the mechanism works. This one is cut in full carbon, and we machine an aluminum block for that centerpiece. And yeah, it works. Let me show you how it works. You undo the thumb screw here, which right now in our case is just a M4 bolt, and I'll undo it about 5 millimeters so that it's about the same thickness as the arms. Press that bolt in, and then the arms then, whoa, the arms then fold up. And because there's a spring in there, it does have a nice satisfying click when it folds, because this thing pops right back into place. However, we've learned a lot from this thing. So now that we have a functioning prototype, we found that there's a few issues that we've run into that we don't want to be an issue in the production version. As I have said before, and I continue to stress, this is just a prototype. This is not taking into consideration which electronics we're going to be using, or where they'll be mounted, or which motors and arm protection and all of that, because as I just said, this is just a prototype. But let me show you some of the things that have been an issue that we want to solve. So the tolerances here are so tight that we do get some binding at times by that mechanism. And the spring in there is a little tedious to hold it down while you're folding the arms and things like that. So what I came up with is, and maybe we'll insert some CAD right here. We angled the block in the center so that the sides that engage the arms are actually at a slight taper, a very, very slight taper. It's like 0.5 millimeter. So it will engage the arms at an angle, and that way the harder you crank down on this will no longer be a button, it'll just be a dial. So as we spin this soon-to-be dial, that will move the block up and down, and then you can crank it down and it will push, because it's at an angle, it will push down on the arms, making them rock solid. No more issues with tolerances. I mean, this is pretty tight, but there's almost an imperceptible, I can feel it, but I can't show you because it's barely there. There's enough to be concerned that it can actually move if you try to push it. So we're gonna solve that. I've already solved it. I just need to manufacture another center block. And yeah, and then we're gonna take the information that we learned from the comment section of the last video, where you guys talked about, or you guys left messages to us to let us know that we want what electronics you'd like to install in this thing, and we'll make sure we accommodate that, have enough room for, I believe there was a lot of comments looking for HD0. You want to be able to put either an AIO and a 20x20, possibly a 30x30. We'll see what we can get in here, but I'm pretty confident we can make it all fit, and it will still maintain that compact, travel-ready size. And as far as the arm ends, there was a lot of comments where people thought this was the final design for arm ends, because why not? But this is just a representative of the size of motor that's going to be on this test platform here. So yeah, so that will all change. Other than that, this is it. We'll give you another update very soon on how this thing flies. Like I said, we're changing the mechanism, but the general functionality is still enough to do flight tests. And that will be coming up soon. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.